So let's deconstruct it and I'll show you what I used to make this outfit. It is really straightforward, like all the other outfits I'll show you. So you notice there is a lock in here as your choker, and the key is here in her panties. Okay, let's start with the sleeves. Literally, it's rectangulars, and that's a made pattern. And so you can see just this part is rectangular. I just measured roughly how much I need for this particular doll. I just decided to go that shape, but you can do any shape really. Maybe more bell sleeves. That's what I wanted. And this is just polyester jersey. It's stretchy. That's the sleeves. Now the dress part, or the nighty part, I don't know what to call it, probably dress part. It's a combination of two different parts, so that's just a trim like that. And the top is this one. It's just a trim. You can buy from AliExpress. That's where I got mine from. I can link everything below. You can buy it yourself. I did it slightly different, so I kind of inserted this inside and stitched it that way. You can even glue it if you're lazy to stitch. And that, obviously you measure in the doll you want and so on. This is just the bow. I actually glued it. And you just make snaps on the back. The decorative chain is from AliExpress as well. It's just chain like that, with the quite easy to open links, which is good. That's that. So for the panties, there is I used this trim, a stretchy one, and I didn't sew it in. I used like a studs. You can buy studs. It's for decorative purpose usually. They're used for fabric or any crafts, really, for paper when they use them. It's like a star I used. It's like a pressing stud with the sharp ends. You fill the two fabrics and just fold it at the back, and it's held pretty well. As you can see, I can take it from the doll with no damage whatsoever. So, and they come in different, they come like a dot, so they're called nail head rivets or studs. I give the link to them as well. You just measure literally. So the crotch I made, this is the crotch, kind of ready for next one. It's folded together piece of fabric like that. It's non-stretch, it's normal one, like a lace. So just folded it like this in twice, I would say. Stitched it first all the way around, and then I fold it slightly to shape the crotch of the doll in the middle, just so it's more kind of more or less okay. So this is the front, as you can see, that's the front, and that's the back. The choker is just a ribbon, stretchy ribbon, nothing special. And for the decoration I use this sew-in studs. They come with the hole on the bottom. Just sew them in and just normal snap, and the decorative lock. That's it. Suspender belt. For the actual belt I used stretchy ribbon, or it's got a name. Elastic bracelet cords. I bought it from the walks, I think, a long time ago. And also intention was to use it on a doll skirt, but it's a bit too tight, but it's perfect because it's kind of hugs the Angel Philia quite well on curves. So, and so these pieces they use for ribbons, you know, in jewelry, in jewelry crafting, and they like the crocodile, not clips, but they like gosh, what they called. I'll try to find the name from the link below as well. But surely you've seen it if you buy jewelry. So it just basically snaps in, like you press it, and it's digs its claws inside the fabric and stays in quite well. So it's actually specifically designed for ribbons. That's what I did. So I attached it here, and then I used small connector which connected the two, just ordinary jump ring, and decorated it. And this part is the same as a panties ribbon, this one, stretchy. You just measure the thigh circumference and stitch it, and you've got like a deco leg hugger, also or the garter. Leg hugger, what I come up with sometimes. Let's deconstruct this outfit, and this is really straightforward. So let's begin with the sleeves. As you saw me taking them off, they just another type of stretchy trim that I measured and sewn to the dolls to fit the doll arm. In one of my previous videos where I showed the underwear, I used this button pink, so easy to make. The collar, or the choker, the wide one, I used another trim. As you notice, there's minimal sewing involved here and just matching the shape. And they're all non-fray pretty much. You just use the zipper, the lighter to stop the fraying, if the ribbon will fray, but most of them don't. So that's the choker and the skirt. So the skirt is, surprise surprise, is another trim, as you see. And this you know, for the flowers, the florists using nice wired like flowers, so like this on the wedding bouquets, and so they just put this as a decoration. This trim is non-stretch, and it comes in a variety of different colors. So pink, purple, white is this one. They're all pretty. We've got a bit of a sparkle in there. And for the top, you will see in a second, I used the blue one. So for the top one, I did a bit of a work on this though. The reason for it is because this lady you just saw her, she got quite a big bust, and obviously if I just left it as is, I can get away with, if your doll or Angel Philia got small bust like my other two girls, that should be fine, because actually gives them some volume on the chest area. But this lady doesn't need any volume, and what I did, I actually with a zigzag stitch on a sewing machine, I stitched extra kind of ribbon here, so give it a bit more of the close look, so more of a fitted garment here. And also applied a chain, it's sewing beaded chain loads. Again, they're used by florists mainly, or just decoration the clothes as well sometimes, and just sewed in by hand stitching. I mean, it's very roughly done because just one after one. I didn't do it for every single one. Let's deconstruct this one. And this is gonna be suitable for any breast, large or small. Well, this lady, I sent the head, so this was Nana Say body, and I sent Nana Say for a different face up. So she will have a different face up, thus there is no head. Oops. So let's deconstruct that one now, and I'll show you what it was made. Okay, so let's start with the top, or the kind of like a corset, but not really. As you probably noticed already, this is one of the streams George showed before, and threaded with the ribbons. So I used this ribbon in some of my, I made some of the bows of this ribbon as well. So I used that ribbon. What I did, you can buy the yarn kind of needles, or they call yarn darners, and I used the biggest one with the biggest eye. What is it called? Eye? Yeah, probably, or whatever. Eye? Yeah, with the biggest hole. And I literally thread that ribbon through this trim because it's got a bit of like holes already, so it was quite easy actually. And that becomes, you can use it for any bust really. And I first of all I did the ties on the back, be like that, or I decided to actually have ties in front. So easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Then we've got the sleeves, which is the same technique as I showed before, just different trim. I used the same one, so this trim again. For suspender belt, so I used this trim, it's the same trim. Measured obviously where I wanted it, this belt. And you're probably wondering why all my snaps are black. I've got really small amount of silver left, and black I've got huge amount of them, so that's why I'm using black first. These kind of garter things, they sewn in by the chain of the beads, which I showed before. This one, it's a matter of measuring and fiddling with that. So I sewn in this here and used another stretchy trim. So I've got a pack of these trims. This is the pink one I use. I have to iron it because it was a bit crinkly. I think it's actually linen. I think that's linen, so I had to iron it to be more straight. And this was so cheap on AliExpress, like dirt cheap. And I just sewn into the length I wanted and measured it, sewn it in the back together. And in terms of the bows, they're literally just folded in half, and just use the thread to pull it in the middle, and I think I showed this one of my previous videos where I did the underwear, the bows, or elsewhere. But you know, so many tutorials on them how to make bows. This is an already made bow. It's actually from my scrapbooking kits I had. So that's really easy peasy. It's just a matter of what you're gonna use for decorating them. And this is just a bracelet with the bow as well. I put some bead in the middle, so. And this choker, and again I use this chain, and I had the trim laying about. I wouldn't leave the link on that one because I don't remember where I got it from. I think it's one of the like bundle packs when you buy all different trims and so on, in the physical shop, I mean. And just stitched in here, and I use hook and eye this time because it was a bit, I cut a bit short, so I extended it by using hook and eye. Again, you can put like other dangly bits in here. I ordered some now, but they haven't arrived yet, some pretty ones. And the pant is the same fashion really as I already demonstrated. Exactly the same crush and just different ribbon. And this is so easy to make, and they look really good on Angel Philia. Well, in my opinion, you might have different one. Okay, let's deconstruct this outfit. So this outfit contains like two parts. The skirt made the same, pretty much fashion the other ones. But this contains kind of two different trims because it's a bit see-through if I just leave this layer. So this layer, the pretty one, the pastel one, is the pastel layer contains that cat. This layer is from this trim, and I'll link it. It's plenty of on AliExpress, and I had it for ages. I couldn't really think how I can use it. So, and like I said, as you see, it's a bit see-through and not really that thick in terms of volume, so I had to attach another trim here. So that is the skirt. It's just measuring again by the width of the hip, whatever you want it, on the waist. The bows are already pre-made. It's my old one collection. The top is the same fashion as before I showed previously. It's a bit of a trim here. Plus I did this zigzag. For the reason I did this because I wanted more kind of fitted look. The same principle, trim and the elastic with the zigzag stitch sewn into the end of the trim, the bottom. So in terms of these chains, so the chains are plastic, and I ordered them from Ali again, and they come, well, you can choose different colors, but I decided to have 10 different colors. They're not that long. I think they're about 20 or 30 centimeters long each, and you can't so the actual chain, you have to cut it to size because you can't really separate the links at all. I use the scissors, just snap with the scissors, and which is handy because it doesn't have any kind of way for the thread to escape then for these links. So as you can see, just literally sewn in, the links are sewn into the place where I wanted them. That's that one. And the choker, snap on the back. Again, I already showed you this stretchy trim, and I just decided to put this link here. I wanted to put some nice charm. I haven't found anything suitable yet. The sleeve, just one sleeve I made, just for one side, and again the same trim which I used previously for the top, and I use the same for the sleeve. And again, like a chokers, but they're for the thighs, the garter belts, not the garter belts, just the garter. And again, attach this beaded plastic chain and sew in the bows. And that's it.